Back-to-back wins for the Toronto Blue Jays? I haven't been able to say those words in a while, but damn, it feels good. The Blue Jays win it 7-2 over the Milwaukee Brewers tonight, and Yusei Kikuchi was good enough. The Jays got a lot of offense early, and Nate Pearson stole the show there in the 6th and 7th innings. He was remarkable, albeit, you're a 7-2 game, not high leverage at all, of course, but the stuff was filthy, and I'm going to be using that stuff later on. But the Blue Jays offense got them going, and Yusei Kikuchi wasn't great in the first inning. Allows the single, then a home run, and you're down 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Not where you want to be if you're the Toronto Blue Jays. But we go to the bottom half of the first. George Springer, single to center field. Bo grounds out to short. Springer already at second base, so he doesn't move. Then Vladdy singles up the middle. Springer comes around to score, and the Blue Jays are within one. It's a 2-1 ball game. Vladdy gets the hit, a much-needed knock for him. Brandon Belt then walks in. He had a day. Matt Chapman hits a single right to the left side. Brandon Belt moves up to second base. Vladdy comes in to score. The Blue Jays have tied this game at 2. Let's keep this thing rolling. Whit Merrifield hits a chopper to the third baseline, but they were playing him in, right? Anyways, no, they weren't playing him in, excuse me. But it was a chopper down the third baseline, stays fair. In comes Brandon Belt. In comes Matt Chapman. Merrifield the second, and the Jays have a 4-2 lead. Just like that. Phenomenal. And then the biggest part of the game for me was in the top of the second inning where Weimer grounds out to Chappie. Tyrone Taylor grounds out to Chappie. Then Monasterio hits his first hit in the big leagues. Congrats to him for that. But then Darren Ruff strikes out. Frank the Tank's favorite. And it's a clean inning for Yusei Kikuchi. A really big one there because it keeps your offense going. It keeps them back in the dugout, keeping the bats cooking because they had a lot of hits in that first inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and Alejandro Kirk gets an infield single. Yes, you heard me right. It's chopper to first base, just to the right of the first base. Well, I guess if you're looking at the first base, it's to the left. If it's his right, and he has to go get the ball, fired onto the pitcher on the run. He gets it to him, but the problem is Adrian Hauser can't find the base. Kirky's safe, and it's a leadoff base runner. Then, Kevin Biggio gets a base hit on the first pitch? When the hell is Kevin Biggio swung at the first pitch, let alone get a hit on the first pitch? So hold on a minute. We have 2 on and nobody out. Kirky had an infield single, and Biggio hit a single on the first pitch of the at-bat? What the hell's going on here? Then George Springer to chopper to third base, and you learn in really any sport at that point. You can't think about doing something before you do the thing you're trying. Never mind, I'm not going to try to explain it. Chopper goes up in the air, goes to catch the ball. He's already thinking about throwing to first. It goes off his glove and past him, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. Bo then hits a chopper to short. They get the one out at second, on to first. Bo is safe there. Kirky comes in to score. Jays lead at 5-2. Then Vladdy strikes out, and we're like, Vladdy, that ball is above your head. You have a guy at third, about your head level. You got third, less than 2 out, buddy. That's the at-bat that's been making Jays fans lose their mind. Then Brandon Belt comes up, and he singles to right field past the first baseman. In comes Kevin Biggio, and it is 6-2 Blue Jays. And you'll never guess how they scored the 7th run. It was a Kevin Biggio RBI single on the first pitch again, and Whit Merrifield comes in to score. It is 7-2 Blue Jays in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and that's where all the offense came, was in 3 innings of work. Let's get to these player stats, shall we? George Springer and Bo Bichette combined 1 for 9 today, and the Jays had 14 hits. Let's get to them. Vladdy, I thought he was a lot better today. That 1 strikeout, definitely didn't like that, but 3 for 5 today with an RBI and a run scored for Vladdy. All 3 hits were hit hard, and I think 2 were back up. No, 1 was up the middle, 1 was to the... I know the final hit was a line drive over the second baseman, a nice hit to the opposite field, which is I'm hoping is a telltale sign for him, but we shall see. Brandon Belt, 1 for 2 with a run scored, an RBI, and he walked twice. Got on base 3 of the 4 times that he came to the dish. I thought Brandon Belt looked at a really good job. And even Nathan Lucas, who came on to pinch hit for him, hit a ball right to the wall. I would have loved to see that, but either way, alas, it didn't happen. Whit Merrifield living up to his name as always. 2-hit Whit. 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run scored for Whit Merrifield. Dalton Varsho had a hit. Matt Chapman had a hit. And Kirk and Biggio combined for 5 hits and got on base 6 times. Kirky went 3 for 4 with a run scored. Kevin Biggio 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and he walked once. Kevin Biggio, what's his numbers looking like right now? $1.79. Okay, let's not look at that. All right, shall we? Actually, go back. Let's begin to look at his stats. Kirky, 262 with a 362 on base percentage. We know the power just is not there for Kirk. Still a sub 700 OPS. But Brandon Belt, like I mentioned earlier, walked twice today, had a hit as well. Going into play after play today, 256 average, 372 on base percentage, and before the game today, he was hitting a 743 OPS. That is before the 2 walks and the hit today. He was outstanding. Yusei Kikuchi got the start today, picks up the win. He's 6-2 on the season. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 4 Ks, but he walked 5, and he battled. Congrats to him for 500 career strikeouts for him. He didn't realize he was on the mound. He's looking around and people are cheering. Oh, thank you. Hat off, bowing to everybody. Love to see it. Yusei Kikuchi, our 5th starter, doing good things. Look, no matter what way you look at this start, he was struggling with command. He was struggling with getting ahead of hitters. I thought all game long, 1-0, 2-0. He was having a tough time with that. But he battled. And you'll take it. 5 innings, a 2-run ball, any day of the week. Nate Pearson, though, absolutely filthy. 2 innings, didn't allow a single base runner, struck out 4. And the way he was pounding 100 after 100 after 100. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to snap off like 83, 84 on these nasty breaking balls. I mean, Nate Pearson was dominant today, hitting triple digits. The movement on those off-speed were just disgusting. And that's the type of stuff you need to see from him to be a back-end reliever for this team. You know, you needed him today because Kikuchi only gave you 5 innings. But I thought he did an absolutely outstanding job today. Sure, no leverage today, up 7-2 in middle frames. But either way, I thought he was just outstanding. And his numbers on the year with the 2 innings of scoreless today is a whip of .88 and an ERA of 1.69. Pearson's been phenomenal. There's no other way of looking at it. Adam Simber went 2/3 of an inning, allowed a walk, and that was it. But Tim Mason came in for the final guy, and he got the out there. And Jimmy Garcia went a clean inning in the 9th inning, albeit hit a guy, got the double play, allowed another hit. Not another hit, but he hit a guy and then allowed a hit and then got the ground out to end the ball game. So, hey, you didn't have to get Romano warmed up. You didn't have to get the Swan Dog, Eric Swanson, warming up. So that they're all down ready for tomorrow because Alek Manoah gets to start for tomorrow. And Jays fans, he needs this. Look, we all need this as Jays fans. I get it. But you go out there if you're Alek Manoah and you put up a good performance. I mean, not only are you going to give your team a chance to win yet another series and win their 3rd straight, you are then setting it up for Kevin Gausman, Chris Bassett, Jose Barrios, who are 3 of your best pitchers this season. So for Alek Manoah, throw strikes, man. Like, that's all we're asking for. Your stuff's good enough. Like the Yusei Kikuchi stuff. His stuff is good enough, you just got to locate. It sounds simple, but I don't know. It's harder. It's easier said than done, of course. But for Alek Manoah tomorrow, he needs a good start. He's going up against Julio Teheran, who I'm baffled is still in the big leagues. But he's getting a start today because the Brewers are decimated with injuries with the starting pitching. That game is at 7:07 tomorrow in Game 2 of the 3-game set against the Brew Crew. And good to see Rowdy Tellez back out there, by the way. Missed that big guy on this team, but understood why the move had to be made at the time. Good to see he's playing well as well over there in Milwaukee. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game today, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you guys have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Jays edition, of course, Game 2 of the 3-game set tomorrow night. Alek Manoah, Julio Teheran is a pitching matchup there at 7:07 at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W today, of course. I'll talk to you guys then.